Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. For today's video, we're going to do a quick 30-minute natural look, but I'm going to keep it like beginner friendly. Mainly for the peeps out there who are newish to makeup and don't quite know what to do or how to do it. But we're going to keep it like natural and under 30 minutes. This video might not be under 30 minutes, but you can definitely achieve this look in under 30 minutes. So that's what we're going to do today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. I am down here on these handles, or this handle rather. So let's get into it. 30-minute natural makeup look for beginners. I look extremely washed out on camera, but I promise you my foundation matches in person, in real life at least. So obviously I've already got foundation, concealer, powder on. I've done my brows because I feel like those are the things you should kind of already know how to do. And also brows are a personal preference. Like, do your brows how you want to. I went for a little bit more of a structured brow for today. Normally do like a fluffy brow, but I just went for structure today. Also because I have packed away most of my makeup because we leave soon, and that is also why I look a mess, is because I've been packing the entire day and needed to do content. So do your foundation how you want to, do your brows how you want to. If you don't know how to, I will link a couple of videos up here for you to help you out with that, so you can watch those first and then come back here. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prime our eyes, not with a pen, I'm making notes, but with an actual primer and eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to use my good old Paintpot and a big fluffy brush just to prime my lids. You can prime with whatever you have. You can do it with a finger, with a brush, some kind of applicator, whatever you decide to use. Just get some eye primer down and make sure you prime your entire lid. If you want, you can also take the time now after priming your lid to set it with a bit of a face powder or a blank eyeshadow. But however you prime your lids, just prime your lids, set it if you need to set it, and then we can get into the eye look. So part of this natural-ish eye look is to try and keep everything very simple and to try and keep it like easy and not overcomplicated, and obviously something you can do in 30 minutes, which is why for my eye look today I'm going to go in with some bronzer. This is the Bourjois chocolate bar. It looks like that, and I am going to, I'm going to use this as a transition shade in my crease. Probably an outer corner eyeshadow as well. We'll see how far I get, but it's probably the most natural way to add a transition shade into your eyes, and it's like a two-in-one product because we're going to be bronzing and contouring with this later. So grab a fluffy brush, load it up with some bronzer, tap off the excess, and we are just going to put this in our crease area. So we are just going to very gently buff this in back and forth motions, just to try and get that product down first. You can see it's got like a little bit of a warmth to it, and then you can just use circular motions to kind of blend that out. It doesn't have to be super dark, it doesn't have to be too light either. We're just trying to create kind of like well, a nice crease color, you know, and use it as a transition for in case you want to go in with something a little bit deeper. I like using bronzers in the crease area because some of them are pretty sheer, some of them do have a very natural finish, so it's quite nice to use in the crease if you just want to do something natural-esque and try and mimic a shadow in your eye. But also because some bronzers do have this really nice terracotta-ish kind of shade to it, so I mean it kind of looks like an eyeshadow, which is quite fun. And when you're looking for something easy to do and you don't have like a lot of product in your own personal kit, a bronzer can double up as both, you know, like an eyeshadow kind of crease color and as bronzer. so it's like a 2-in-1. I'm also just going to run this underneath the eye, obviously using, whoops, a big eyeshadow brush like this that's going to diffuse and disperse the eyeshadow quite far down. If you're not into that, you can use a pencil brush or a slightly smaller eyeshadow brush, but I'm going for something really easy, effortless, really easy, really effortless, and really like just kind of soft and diffused. So that's why I'm just kind of using the big brush. Also, the bigger the brush, the quicker it's going to take you to finish your makeup. Okay, so this is what bronzer on my eyes looks like once I'm done. I do want to just slightly intensify it. I don't want to make it too dark, but I just want to add a darker shadow. So I'm going to go in with my nude palette. This is just a whole bunch of nude-ish eyeshadows that I've collected from MAC. It's like a palette you can make for yourself. And I'm going to take this, it's like hard to show you because of, you know, the reflection. I'm going to take kind of like that color. It's called Soba. If you're familiar with it, it is like a cool tone, almost beige sort of brown. I'm going to take that on a small fluffy blending brush, and I am just going to intensify the outer corner or outer third of my eye. Just make it a little bit deeper. It does have a slight shimmer or sparkle in it, but you won't see that on the eye once you blend it out. It is a little bit cooler than the bronzer, which doesn't make any sense, but you can see it's just added that really nice shadow in the outer corner. So we're just going to stick some of that down. It's basically like a beigey brown. It's a very sandy sort of color. It's a really great transition shade for like light to medium girls, or if you just want to do like a one wash color across the lid for a medium girl, it looks really pretty. So we're just going to do that, and just in the outer corner I'm working in sort of like a V shape, as you can see, and then just working in circular motions to like blend it out. Grab your big boy again and just kind of whoosh over everything so that there's no like harsh lines, and then you can kind of take that out in like a wing shape if you want. So it's up to you, like that. I'm also going to run a little bit of this just in that outer third in the waterline, or the lash line rather. It's hard to see when everything is just so bright, my eyes are so sensitive. And then I'm just going to connect that to the top outer V-ish shape. Nice. Soften that out. Cool, just like a little bit of dimension. Not a lot, just a little. Okay, so now that we have that darkish brown on the outer corner, I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to the lid. So I'm going to go in with this color here. It's called Retrospeck, and it's basically like a yellow gold with like a touch of champagne. It's a really pretty color, and I am just going to take that on a flat packing brush. Retrospeck is stunning on slightly darker skin tones. On a fair skin tone, it's more silvery, but it's really pretty either way on anybody. I mean, you can just see it's almost like a silvery yellow gold. It's very strange. I'm on the wrong side. So I'm just going to pack this down on just the lid area like that. I'm going to take a tiny bit more of Soba on that smaller blending brush and just kind of mesh the outer corner in with the sparkle we've got going on. And then just going back in with no additional product on that big fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to work the crease area out so that it's soft and we don't have like harsh lines and stuff. Pick up a little bit of Soba and just bring that slightly in on the big brush, just to define that crease area a little bit more. And then I'm just going to run a tiny bit through that first part of the inner corner underneath. have a little bit more of like a complete eye look. It's not too shimmery, but it is quite nice for when you want a little something, but like not too much. That's why I like Retrospeck a lot. Okay, so now I'm just going to highlight the brow bone and the inner corner, and I am going to go in just with the same palette. I'm going to pick up a little bit of Shroom. It's very similar in color to Retrospeck, but it's not as frosty and as like a grainy glitter. It's a little bit more smooth and like a satiny sort of finish. I'm just going to take the big fluffy blending brush for the brow area, and I'm just going to put the tiniest amount just there and kind of blend it in with that crease color. You can see it's got that nice silvery champagne look, very similar to Retrospeck, but it's not as glittery. Just going to do the same thing on this side. Just kind of like blend everything together. Like so. And then just going in with a 239 again and some Shroom. Just gonna do the inner corner just so that we can get some light going in there. Cute. So now our lashes are looking a little bit empty, so it's making our eyes look a little sick. So I'm gonna go in with some mascara. This is just some of that oh my gosh, what is this? Fenty. Wow. Just gonna go in with some Frontals, and I'm just going to coat the top so we don't have ashy lashes at the top, and then just wiggle through for the bottom here. Then we don't look so dead, we look a little bit more alive. Okay, and then of course we've got to do the bottom. Cool, lashes on. Now we don't look so dead, we look a little bit more awake. The lashes are pulled open. It's a vibe. Okay, so now we're going to go back in with our bronzing friend and a bronzing contouring brush. This is a 168. And we are just going to kind of warm up the face. I'm not going to contour and I'm not going to quite bronze either. I'm just going to add some color to my skin. So I'm just going to tap this in over here and then blend up. This is kind of called bronzing. It's like an in-between of contouring and bronzing your face. You're not quite sculpting out your face like you would for contour, but you're not just slapping it on as you would for bronzer. You're kind of being a little bit more strategic in your placement to add some definition and color to your skin, but you're not kind of just dotting this all over the place to color your skin up, you know, give it some life back. So I'm kind of blending this into my eyeshadow. I know that's quite strange, but I'm trying to hit all like the high points of my face as I go while like kind of sculpting my face. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm also just going to push a little bit in my hairline up here just to kind of sculpt out my forehead and like bring some color back down here, because it's the strangest thing. I look so washed out in my phone, but in real life my foundation matches. So I don't know how I got there, but that's just the current situation I'm in right now. So just across my forehead a little bit, kind of like blend out the edges there. And then I'm going to run a teensy bit down the side of my nose here. Again, I'm not really contouring, but like I don't want my nose to stand up. That's a little bit white. So white. Yeah, kind of just like shimmy that down the side there. And then I am gonna just blend out my jawline because it looks like I'm two different colors right now. It's so weird. I'm gonna kind of put a little bit of my jawline here. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna do the other side real quick and then I will be back. Cool, I am gonna do a little bit of blush. I'm just gonna take some of my Warm Soul on a Smashbox blush. I normally don't do blush, but this look was like kind of calling for it, so I'm gonna do it. Again, I'm placing everything quite high up just to kind of add some color up there, blend it in with the bronzer. I can bring this kind of down on the cheek and sweep it back up. I still think blush on the cheek like that is just the prettiest. As I'm doing, this one has a slight shimmer in it, so it's also just going to give a little bit of a glow to the skin. The skin is looking just so dry right now, but I'm still going to keep the placement quite high up. Gonna go in with my Mika Beauty Face and Body Bronzer. It says it's a bronzer, but it's actually a highlighter. Please tell me how that's supposed to bronze my skin. Anyway, I'm gonna take a small brush and just pick up a little bit, and I am just going to push this in on the high points of my face and then blend it out, because this bronzer, highlighter, hybrid, whatever it is pretty strong and pretty reflective. And obviously with a small brush like this, the payoff is going to be quite dense, so just adding a little bit to the tops of my cheeks there. You can see it's like blinding. Taking the tiniest bit down my nose on the tip, Cupid's bow, go, and then again whatever's left just dusting off. In like areas to kind of get like an overall glow, I guess. I'm feeling kind of like a pop of color for today, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling something obnoxious. I'm gonna go in with a lip liner. This is Talking Points by MAC. You can see it is neon pink. I just feel like this vibe today. I feel like pink and bronze-ish sort of eye and like face just go the best together. So I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna stop talking first and then line my lips with some of this. This is okay. Then for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with the infamous Candy Yum Yum. Like, look how shocking that is. And it's also brand new, so I'm just looking for an excuse to use it. It's just a normal matte. Girl, this whole lip color is just a vibe. I don't understand how people don't like Candy Yum Yum. I mean, I didn't for a while, but now I do. Cool, and then I feel like just adding a little bit of gloss, because I mean, matte is cute and all, but I feel like it just needs something. So I'm going to go in with some of this Paintpot Lip Lacquer. It's in the shade Get Glossed. You can see it's about the same. But I'm only going to apply this in the center, just for like a little shine. Much better. So this is the completed look. This is pretty much, I wouldn't say it's my go-to, but like when I'm stuck in a rut and just want to like look good and like feel good, I normally tend to go for this bronzy sort of look. I just call it my bronzering shade. I actually do this very often on tour when we're doing shows and stuff, and I'm in a rush and I'm doing my makeup in the car and I can't think of anything. This is generally like, that would, I guess that's my go-to look then. I don't know, but this is, it's quite a, this is a fairly easy look to do. I can totally do this look in less than 30 minutes if I have to. You can always add a pop of color because everything else is quite neutral. So I feel like this is a good natural look. It's very easy to achieve if you are a beginner to makeup. You don't need a lot of skill set, you don't need a lot of brushes, as you can see, and you can use more than one product in more than one place on your face. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it to a friend who is in need of makeup help. We are here to help. And don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. Also, I probably should mention, I mean, I don't know if this applies, but I should probably mention, I do have another channel on here where I keep like all my travel stuff. So if you're into travel as well, and like kind of checking out what we do on tour, head on over there. I can link that up here for you if you are curious or keen to see that. As usual, all the products that I've used in this video as well as brushes will be listed down below, so don't forget to check that out if you want to know what I've been using. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget whenever you can to refer the Gypsy Caravan. Bye!